I've tried to make my hair as ambiguous as possible for this video so that you won't be able to guess whether or not it was a success. You see, she's kinda curly, but she's kind of straight. An incidental commentary on my sexuality there. Before I start today's video, I just want to say season 2 of Wavy just dropped. Wavy is my sustainable and ethical clothing brand. All our clothes are gender neutral and size inclusive, with most of our garments going up to 5XL. Not to mention, if you purchase something from season 2, £1 from every order goes to support a charity related to the inspiration behind the designs. All of the drops feature a limited edition design, so once it's sold out, it's sold out. We ship worldwide, and it would really mean the world if you would help support this sustainable small brand that I'm trying to make. If you want to check it out, there's a link. If you fancy clicking it, that would be fab. Sorry to plug so early in the video. I just thought you should know. Now, this has got to be one of my most highly requested videos. If you look in the comment section of pretty much every video that I've ever made, you will find a variation of this comment. A big reason for this is because last year I made a video where I didn't wash my hair for a month, and as a result I ended up with a whole community of people who were really interested in my hair. Not just my hair, maybe it's just any hair, maybe I'm not that special, but ever since that video I've had an influx of people asking me to try different hair care routines, different hair treatments, but the most common one by far is the curly girl method, and until recently I didn't really know what it was, so I thought I would just do a very quick rundown for those of you watching who are like me and didn't know who this curly girl was. You know, what's her name? What's her star sign? So the creator of the curly girl method is called Lorraine Massey, and the method in its most true form is just a way to help protect, strengthen, and revitalize curly hair. It's designed to help curly hair follow its natural curl pattern without damaging it. Now, the traditional curly girl method suggests avoiding shampoo and instead doing something called co-washing or conditioner washing. It doesn't stress it as a necessity, it just says that you should potentially consider avoiding shampoo because often it tends to strip you of moisture much needed for curly hair to curl. Not only that, but you also have to use products that don't contain any silicons or sulfates because these also can damage your natural curl pattern. The method also says that you should not use any combs or hairbrushes of any kind, as well as no heat other than a diffuser. And all of this is supposed to help lessen the damage to your hair cuticle, which in turn will help give you healthier, fuller curls that match the natural curl pattern of your hair. So I decided that I would try the curly girl method, and I would follow the advice from TikTok and also from different articles that I found online on how to do it properly. Most of the videos I found on TikTok or the articles that I found didn't actually tend to mention co-washing, but instead really stressed using shampoo without silicons or sulfates. So I'm not going to co-wash throughout this video, but if you are interested in that, I can definitely make a second channel video and try that. I just want to very quickly say that everyone obviously has different hair, and different hair needs different care. So just because something worked really well for me doesn't mean it would work well for you, and vice versa. There's lots of different types of curly hair, and there's lots of different variations even within those subsects. So there's no one size fits all when it comes to hair care. And that was an accidental 10 out of 10 segue to the integration corner. Hello everyone, and welcome to the integration corner. Some of you may be experiencing some confusion because this is not the integration corner. In fact, this is not a corner at all. And to that I say, the integration corner, it's not a place. It's a mindset. There was only ever one sponsor that would be suitable for this kind of video, and that is the wonderful Function of Beauty. I've been using Function of Beauty for like half a year, and my hair has never felt healthier. And so when I found out that I needed a new set of shampoo and conditioner for this video, it made perfect sense to get in contact with Function of Beauty and ask them if they'd, you know, fancy sponsoring this video, fancy sending me a fresh set. As I said earlier, everyone's hair needs different care, and that is why Function of Beauty is so incredible, because Function of Beauty offer 100% fully customizable hair care. And all you have to do to get your fully customizable hair care is take a quiz. I know, you're thinking, wow, not only do I get 10 out of 10 hair care, but I also get to take a quiz. It's almost too good to be true. The quiz asks you a multitude of questions about your hair profile, your hair type, moisture, your scalp, and then it asks you to select 5 hair care goals. For my hair personally, I chose hydrate, volumize, nourish roots, curl definition, and strengthen. Now, most importantly for this particular video, all of the products that you use during the curly girl method have to be free of silicons and sulfates, which is why Function of Beauty are so incredible, because they have an option that lets you do just that. And whilst you might be thinking, damn, that's a lot of customization, it doesn't stop there. You get to choose the colour, the fragrance, and you even get to put your name on the bottles. And if all of that wasn't enough to convince you that you should click on the link and take the hair quiz right this second, Function of Beauty only use clean ingredients, which means there are absolutely no parabens, toxins, sulfates, no GMOs, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty free. So I know what I'm using on my hair not only does good for me, but it does good for everyone else too. So if you would like to try Function of Beauty for yourself, whether it be for the curly girl method or just for your everyday usage, you know, get those luscious locks flowing, click the link in the description to get 20% off your first set, and bonus, you get to take a quiz. Thank you so much, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring yet another video. I'm honoured. Back to the video. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Curly Girl Day 1. Okay, so the plan is wash my hair, leave in some of my conditioner because that's what a bunch of these routines I have to do, and then basically smother my hair in like a hair gel or a curling cream. That's apparently gonna make my curls 10 out of 10, stellar, top notch, bouncy, bouncy boys. Obviously gonna be washing and conditioning my hair with Function of Beauty, no sulfates, no silicons, no nothing, so that's curly girl approved. I actually stuck stickers on my Function of Beauty stuff this time, and it looks so cute, I'm obsessed with it. Right, so I'm gonna wash my hair now and I'll rejoin you after. I'm not gonna film myself in the shower because if I'm honest with you, across the last few videos there have been just positively way too much me in the shower footage, so I think we're gonna take a breather. We're not gonna do it. So I'm just gonna come back with wet hair and we'll talk about it then. Right, I'm back. Wet hair dripping all over my t-shirt. So what I've decided to do is use a curl cream and then use a hair gel to basically hold it in. And then I have an old cotton t-shirt that I'm gonna use to cup and scrunch my hair. Hopefully this works. I'm a bit nervous. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that I get better at this throughout the month, because otherwise it's just gonna be, the comment section is just gonna be a lot of screaming curly haired people. So both the curling cream and the hair gel are obviously like silicone sulfate free. Okay, so this is the curl cream. Is that enough? Is that a good amount? I feel like that's probably fine. Right? Let's just brush it in. We'll just brush it in, do it like this. I'm sure this is what the cool kids do. I'm really sorry if this is upsetting anyone. If you care about your hair care, you might want to just like look away for this bit. I also bought some silk hairbands for this because a lot of people said that they were better on your hair and your curls than regular elastic bands. So we're gonna have to try that. Is it doing something? I don't really know. I can't tell if this is doing anything yet. Did I do it right? Okay, I think I've distributed that evenly through the hair, I'm pretty sure. If you see any glaringly obvious bits, keep it to yourself. And now I've got my hair gel, so should I just go up, should I tip it upside down and run it through? I feel like that's a better idea. I'll stand on my bath so you can like see me. If I fall off this bathtub and just severely injure myself, please like the video. There is so much product in my hair right now. I'm not 100% sure I've done this right. It's not looking good, is it? Right, and now we have to cup and scrunch and just hope for the best. I really hope this works, because otherwise it's going to be very underwhelming. If it doesn't go well, we'll have to adjust our technique for the next time. I saw someone on TikTok twirl their hair like that, and I don't know if I should be doing that or not. Is that something I can do? Is it legal? This video is just really highlighting how I probably should have done a bit more research. The thing that's crazy is that my hair used to be so naturally curly and thick that I used to actually snap combs in half when I used to try and brush it. We've come a long way since then. I'm gonna do a couple more of these twirly things and then do some of the cupping things whilst they're in the twirly things, because I feel like that might help. Because I feel like doing this, the hairspray is gonna hold it in the curl. That's probably why they were doing it on TikTok. They got all the great ideas over there. Wrap it in this t-shirt to dry, and then I'll check in with you in a couple of hours and we'll see if it's worked, because right now it's not looking great. Week 1. was, shall we say, like trying to teach a child to talk. I had the noises, right? All the noises were coming out, but none of it was actual words. What I'm trying to say is all the ingredients to make the perfect curly girl were within my reach. I just had no clue how to utilize them properly. Right. It is several hours later. This feels pretty dry. I mean, it still feels like the hair might be a little damp, but overall, I think it's time to take it off. I'm gonna do like a little hair strip tease. Well, it's something. It does feel like it has a lot of product in it, and it's very flat on the top, which isn't ideal. But we do have curls. There are, yo! It is like a little bit crunchy. There are some bits that obviously just didn't curl, like this bit here is just, everyone else has embraced it, but he's staying defiantly heterosexual. But you know what? For a first attempt at the curly girl method, it's not bad! I do think that, you know, by week 2 we'll have nailed the technique a bit more. How's the back? Is the back really straight? Or is it fairly curly? I had a sneaky suspicion that I wasn't going to have applied enough product to the back, and so the back was just going to end up straight and the rest curly. But I can't see, so I guess I'll find out in the edit. Did I even try? But I would call this day 1, first attempt at the curly girl method. I would give it like a B, a grade B, because the effort was clearly there, but the technique was not, it was not the A grade standard. Maybe a C actually. Maybe it gets a C, because this bit here is suspiciously straight. So I'm gonna give it a C. And hopefully by the end of this month, we'll be at the A-star standard. And this is something else about the curly girl, is that a lot of the videos that teach you how to do it properly are from people who've been doing it for a really long time. And their technique is intimidating. They have like specific scrunch methods that are like cupping and squeezing and twisting just ever so slightly at a very specific angle. It's a lot, it is overwhelming, and so I just try to do my own thing. That being said, the actual results from week 1, as a complete amateur, I mean, the curls were present, let's be honest. But unfortunately for me, so was the very, very visible grease caused by the hair gel. It was painful for everyone who saw it. Not to mention, it kind of smelt of hair gel, which... It's not the best smell in the world. It was a bit minging. By week 2, I decided to kind of cut out on the hair gel a bit and instead just try the curling cream. This was because I was so put off by the intensity of the hair gel throughout the first week. I just didn't want the crunch back. I'm gonna be honest with you. The crunchiness of my locks made me uncomfortable, despite the fact that they did look great. I wanted them to look great without all the suffering that came with Captain Crunch. Hello! It is week 2, we've made it. I apologise if you can hear my washing machine in the background. He's really going for it. He's really getting those clothes clean. So I have just washed my hair. As you can see, it's a bit limp and lifeless right now. He's trying to do something. I feel like he's trying to curl, but he's just not got the energy. He needs a nap. If anyone has any good techniques for applying this, because I feel like I'm still not where I should be in terms of like application. Not quite mastered the way yet. I always end up with just like patches of product in one place and none in the other. But I have noticed that just leaving it to air dry is better than using the cotton t-shirt. I think it's probably a problem with me, but I did notice that the time that I just used the curling cream and let it air dry, it ended up being a lot curlier and a lot more volume than when I used the t-shirt, but again, it could just be user error. Also, on some of the curly girl websites that I found, they said that you shouldn't completely wash out your conditioner, you should leave it slightly in. So I have used the Function of Beauty leave-in conditioner, and I haven't done that before, so we'll see if that helps with the curl, because apparently a lot of the time it needs a bit more hydration, so maybe that will help. So I'm just gonna do some light scrunching with the t-shirt just to take out some excess water. I do have to say that I think my technique is improving. From the first week, I do feel like I have a bit more clue what I'm doing now, which is reassuring, because if I just didn't make any progress throughout the whole of this video, it might be a bit of a waste of everyone's time. Dude, look at that. She's curling. Something that I have noticed is that this side tends to curl a lot more than this side, And I don't know whether it's because I'm not putting in as much product on this side maybe, or what, but I'm just gonna add a bit more. I don't think I do anything different to it, so I don't really know what to do about that. Unfortunately for me, the curl cream on its own didn't really pack the same punch as when it was used with the hair gel, but I kept trying to convince myself that it did. It's also worth mentioning that at this point I was getting slightly better at learning what was working for my hair in terms of how it was curling. Something that I noticed wasn't really helping was the twisting of my hair. Although it had seemed to work quite well initially, throughout the times that I tried it through the end of week 1 and the beginning of week 2, twisting my hair actually seemed to make my hair more straight, and I felt like that was a lot of the time because I was twisting it against the natural curl pattern of each strand. So from the end of week 2, beginning of week 3, I stopped doing that because I think I realized that that might have been a big influence as to why my hair just wasn't really doing anything. By week 3, I felt like I'd kind of cracked the code. I'd cracked the curly girl code. And the reason for that was because after finishing that routine on week 3, I decided to do a Twitch stream. If you want to come join us on a Twitch stream, by the way, it's Ellbat on Twitch. There, somewhere. One of those, maybe I'll put it up twice, I don't know, in both places that I'm pointing. But during my Twitch stream, my brother actually came into chat and was really confused by how curly my hair was. Now this is really interesting to me for a couple of reasons, but especially because I don't think my little brother has ever paid attention to my hair, like ever. So the fact that he was commenting on how curly my hair was is just proof at how good this method worked. My hair looked luscious, it looked curly, it looked fun, fruity, fresh, it was looking healthy most importantly, and none of it was achieved through artificial heating of my hair. By week 3 I was feeling like the bee's knees. I felt like the curly girl. I was curly girl. It was me all along. It's week 4, we're here, we've made it. Numero 4, 4, vier Woche. What other languages do I know? Neju? Is that right? Week 4 in Korean? That's right everyone, we're a multicultural channel here. We're busting out all the languages. And by all I mean 4. I thought it would be fun to show you pre-shower hair. So my hair is quite greasy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to your face. I wash my hair probably twice a week, and I wanted to show you what it looks like when we're, you know, like halfway through the week after having one of these curly girl washes. As you can see, there are very curly bits. Like there are bits that have kept the curl, that are going on strong, they're living the curly girl dream. However, there are some bits, particularly this one bit at the front, he's not quite straight, but he's not quite committed to going full curl. It happens on this side too, kind of, but mainly here. It's just this one bit of hair, and I have no idea why. If anyone knows why this is happening, is it because I'm playing with it? Something that I do have to say is that this method is actually really easy once you know what you're doing. It can seem quite overwhelming at first because there is so much online about this method. There are so many different ways to let your hair dry, to curl your hair, to scrunch your hair. There's a whole technique involving a bowl. There's a lot and it can be quite overwhelming, and I've tried my best throughout the course of this video to keep it as basic as possible because I want it to be easy for people who want to try it. I want it not to be like I'm just chucking really complicated curly girl stuff at you, because I watched a couple of videos by people who have obviously been doing this for years, who have their technique down to a T, and that technique is like, we're talking like the black belt of curly girl methods, right? I'm not there yet. I'm at the bottom. I don't even have a belt. My trousers are constantly falling down. But what I'm doing is working. It might not be right, but it is working. It's like in maths GCSE, where it's an 8-mark question, but you only get 2 marks because you got the answer right, but your workings out were absolutely terrible. Which to me is so backwards. Why does it matter how I got there? The answer is right. Maths GCSE was like 6 years ago and I'm still traumatised. But yeah, what I'm essentially saying is my curly girl results I'm impressed with, personally. And I think I got to where I should be. However, the method, we're not getting any points for that. So saying that, if you are a curly girl, or a curly guy, we've got the curly guys, the gals, and the non-binary pals. So any of you, if you've got a few tips, drop them down below. Right, I'm gonna have a shower and I'll show you what I've been up to. And we're back. So I've wrapped my hair in this cotton towel and I just kind of wring it out a bit. And then what I do, I start scrunching it to my head like this. Sorry, I'm trying to do this without getting so much hair on my face that I look like that girl from The Ring. Already from doing this, like the scrunching, you can see that the curls are kind of coming in. Squeeze out way more than you think you need. And then I just move it from the top of the hair to the bottom of the hair and vice versa. And then I just do this. I literally just stand here and scrunch it up for like 10 minutes maybe. By the end of it, it ends up curly. And we can see the curls are developing. They're getting there. By the end of the month, I'd become so adjusted to this new routine that I very rarely missed when it came to getting the perfect curls. It was such a good feeling by the end of the month to realize that if I wanted to, I could just get these really healthy looking curls. And it didn't take much effort either. It just took a little bit of time to learn what it was that my hair wanted from me. And once I'd learned what worked and what techniques didn't, it was so easy to adapt into my routine. And so by the end of the month, the curly girl method had completely transformed my hair from damn near straight and lifeless to these insanely perfect curls that, now I'd worked out how to use hair gel, weren't crunchy and didn't smell of hair product. Usually at this point in my videos, I criticize whatever it is I've tried. I give the pros, I give the cons, any potential massive downsides. But truthfully, I can't think of many bad things about this routine, other than the fact that shampoo without silicons and sulfates can be a bit more expensive than regular shampoo, and if you choose to do co-washing, that can also be a bit more expensive. There aren't really any other downsides. There's no excessive heat used on your hair, there's no, as far as I'm aware, risk of damage. The only thing potentially that could be a bit of a pain with this routine is the time it takes to learn what your hair needs and the specific techniques that work for your hair. Those are quite time consuming and they can take a while. I mean, it took me 3 weeks of washing my hair twice a week. Another potential downside is that diffusers are expensive, but as I've shown, you don't really need one to do this method. It's more of just like a personal choice. So I don't really know if you could count that as a disadvantage. I mean, my hair now looks nothing like it did at the beginning of this challenge. I mean, apart from now, where I've actually had to straighten it partially so that you couldn't tell whether or not this video was a complete success or not. I just didn't want it to be a dead giveaway when I rock up on screen with perfect ringlets. No one's gonna watch that. If I introduce this video with curls that look flawless, it's gonna be a bit obvious. I needed to secure the viewership, I'm sorry. But yeah, overall, I've really enjoyed doing the curly girl method. I might even try conditioner washing and see if that makes even more of a difference. But let me know if you would give this a go. Have you already tried the curly girl method? Do you do it regularly? Did it work for you? Doesn't it work? Would you not try it ever? Please let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Wavy is my sustainable and ethical clothing brand, and we've just dropped season 2. It's ethical, it's sustainable, it's gender neutral, it's size inclusive, and it gives back to charity. It's just me and me mum in a little converted garage studio space. So if you'd like to support us, please do click the link in the description down below. We ship worldwide. If you like the video, feel free to give it a cheeky little thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. It's a free world. You do you, boo. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to hydrate, and I will see you in the next one.